KLB in Whisperland here. I hope that you're all doing well. Happy October. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of my recent Halloween collection additions. I've had a couple of new pieces and they're super cute. I think you'll appreciate them very much. One thing I wanted to say is that the sound in this video may not be like 100% perfect. I actually just moved, which I'll probably talk about more in another video at some point and tell you all about it. But I just moved and I'm sort of still figuring out the quirks of this new place. Where I was before, I had done everything in my power to make the sound as amazing as I could make it for where I was. And I'm in the process of doing that here, but it takes time. And you have to learn all the little quirks of a new place. So if it's imperfect slightly, I hope you can understand. I didn't want to not film anything or post anything until I get everything the way I want it. That would be silly, so just keep that in mind. I'm still working on it. Right here I have this little, I'm pretty sure I've shown this in a video before actually. It's just a little coaster. This is like a vintage Halloween coaster. It has a pumpkin and a little black cat. And it says, "Boo Boo Kitty, what a sight, perched upon a jack-o'-lantern on Halloween night." And it's cork. I'm pretty sure I've showed you these little coasters before. They're so cute. Okay, so listen. I just got back from a little road trip to upstate New York and New Jersey. I had not been back for a long time, and it's one of my favorite places to visit. America has so many amazing little nooks, and there's a lot of best kept secret type areas in America that I just love visiting because it's such a beautiful country. And I'm telling you, if you like Halloween, the northeast of America this time of year is just it's gorgeous. The leaves are all bright orange, bright yellow, brown, beautiful shades. And one thing I really loved about especially upstate New York is that every house gets so into Halloween. I think every single house that we drove by had a display outside for Halloween. I was like, where are we? I gotta move here. This is amazing. Everybody seemed to get really into it. We drove through this one town that had a scarecrow contest, so every single house had a scarecrow and it was unique to that house. I felt like I was in Halloween Town, the movie. For someone who loves Halloween, amazing. I've been to Salem before a couple times and it's all amazing. I don't know, if you love Halloween, try to make a trip to that area during late September or October because you won't be disappointed. Okay, so while I was on my trip, I got to see some friends I had not seen for 4 years, maybe 5. It's been a long time, So I got to go to some antique stores and thrift stores as well as I'm very lucky. A couple friends had little gifts for me, which was totally unexpected and amazing. So I'm going to show you some of these Halloween goodies now. First up, I have these. I picked picked these up at Holston's in New Jersey. Holston's is such a cute, it's like a restaurant. They're mostly known for their ice cream. And they have like inside of this little shop. It's super, super cute. If you're interested, Google the outside. It's so cute. They had like a window display all Halloween. Very cute. And they make their own like little candies. There's like a bar where it's all ice cream, so you can sit and have like a milkshake or banana split or whatever you want. So cute. The day I went, it was a little bit too cold for ice cream, but you know, I had to get a little something. So I got these. These are little marshmallow ghosts. They're essentially like Peeps. It's the same type of marshmallow with like a little sugar coating. And for me, like, I'm not that into chocolate for Halloween, but I just love candy. Like, I could eat some candy. I could put some candy away. And I thought, wouldn't these little ghosts be so cute in, like, a hot chocolate or something? Like, just floating around the top. You know, so cute. And they were really inexpensive. I think it was like $2.50 or something for these little guys. No brainer, right? So I had to go for that. At an antique store, I found this little decoration. And this is like a little, what do you call this? It's like a little, I think in Michael's they call them picks. Like it's got like a wire here. So you could put it in a decoration as something, or you could put it in a wreath, or whatever you want. I just loved it, you know. It was like $4. I love this little pumpkin face. I love the ghost. There's like a little leaf in here too. One of the coolest parts about it to me was that the candy corns here are not like traditional candy corn colors. They're like orange and red. And like, it's kind of unusual. But it made this so cute. So right now I have this like just in a little pumpkin bucket. I might do something else. I think it would be cool to put it in a mug or possibly in a wreath. I don't know. Stuff like this, when you find it, just grab it. Because even if you're not sure what to do with it, you're never going to find it again, you know. So it just made sense to grab it. And the price was right. I kept having this thing in America. I don't know if Canadians will relate, but we're walking around and I kept marveling. I was like, oh my gosh, everything in here is so inexpensive. Forgetting that our dollar is not the same, you know. So when I would actually sit and do the math and like convert it, it was the same price. But because your brain kind of forgets that, as we were walking around, I was like, oh my gosh, this is $1.99. That's such a good price. If we were in Canada, this would be like $3.50. It's like, it's the same, you know. So the next thing I want to show you was a gift, and it was one I would never in a million years thought that would be gifted to me, but now that I have it, I'm like, I can never be apart from this. I love it like it was my own child. I'm obsessed. So first I'm going to show you just the lid of this. This is the Creuset pumpkin dish. And this is like a pie dish. It's absolutely gorgeous. Those of you who like to cook will know what this is and how fantastic they are to cook with. Like, They are just a marvel. I have one Le Creuset Dutch oven that I use all the time. It's an amazing piece. And so the idea of having one that's like a Halloween piece, well, let's say autumn for this, right? Like, it's not necessarily Halloween. You could do this August through November, in my mind. I'll show it to you together. It's just like easier to show you this, just the lid. And this is what the other side looks like. It's got that gorgeous, like, orange ombre. So cute, right? This was a gift from our friends T and Norm, which was so generous of them. And, I'm obsessed. When this line actually came out, the pumpkin collection from Le Creuset, I had like friends sending it to me being like, have you seen this? And I was like, I have seen it. I'm obsessed with it, but I can't justify getting that for myself right now. So, oh my goodness. Kind of tricky to show. You see what I mean? But I'm sure I'll be making tons of stuff in here and posting photos as well. I'll try to post something on the community page. Even though this is a pie pan, wouldn't this make like an absolutely amazing mac and cheese dish? Ooh, I'm totally gonna do it. By the way, speaking of pumpkin stuff, a bunch of you guys were tagging me because McDonald's is apparently doing more pumpkin buckets this year, like to mimic their ones from the 90s. I think they come out soon. I'm totally gonna try to get a couple. I don't know if I think they're as cute as the old ones. From the previews they've posted, doesn't seem like they have lids. I think it's cool that companies are doing like, little retro flashbacks and leaning into the fact that there's so much good nostalgia for that stuff. Why would you not do that, But, yeah, I don't know if I think they're as cute. Am I probably going to buy one? Of course. I'm probably gonna get one, but, it would be cool. I was thinking about these guys the other day. Did anybody else have those little chicken nugget, little Halloween costume guys? I know I had some of those, and I have no idea where those ended up. So I'm glad I still have my Halloween buckets, but I would be interested to find those little guys. Okay, here is another wonderful piece that I think you're gonna love. I managed to keep this one in the box until we got home. So this was another gift from a friend. We got completely spoiled, you guys. Gosh, I feel very, very lucky and grateful. And very known, When your friends gift you Halloween stuff like this, it's just like, you've got my number. You've got my number. So this, you can probably tell, is from the Pokemon Center. So I'll go ahead and take this out of the box. Okay, part 1. We have the lid here. Can you guess which Pokemon this is, just based on the ears? I think that some of you will be able to guess, because I know that some of you really like this Pokemon. It's like a little ceramic lid. I'll show you the whole thing now. So, this is the main part. I think it's like a candy dish, I guess you could put anything in it. Doesn't have to be candy, but it's a little Gengar face. And the lid actually goes this way. So see the little lip there? Like that. Oh my gosh. Come on, right? Isn't that so cute? This is another one of those times where it can be hard for me when I'm making like ASMR videos because like I think this is so cute. I want to just like be louder. But he's got that classic little Gengar mischievous grin, you know. I think I've talked to you guys before about this, but if you haven't seen it, check out the Gengar short on the Pokemon official YouTube channel. There's like a little 10-12 minute animated special about Gengar, and it's so cute. I wasn't that big of a fan of a Gengar in general, but the Gengar in that little animated segment is like so cute. There's lots of ghost Pokemon in that. I'll put a link in the description because it's really cute. They're doing a lot of really interesting little animated shorts on the Pokemon YouTube channel these days that I really have been loving, you know. Even just to see little glimpses. Like there was another one they did that was all about the different Sword and Shield characters. It had like Clara, it had a whole bunch of characters I love. And even just hearing their voice for like 2 lines or like seeing them animated, it was so cool. And it's animated really well. I love watching those. So anyway, this was such a perfect gift. Decorations as gifts are one of the most fun things that you can give, and I actually want to start giving people holidays that they love gifts more often, because every time you unpack it that year, you're like, remember this lovely thing that this friend gave me. Whereas like sometimes if it's a thing that you love, you use it all the time, and you may still think of them every time you use it, but you know, there's something special about Halloween and any holiday decoration because of, I think, the amount of time you spend away from it. Most of the time you're not seeing that object, and then when you do, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm unpacking my decorations to put them out in my home, it feels like I'm going to a store that has only my favorite things, because everything I unpack, I'm like, I love this. How did you know I love this? And I'll unpack something else and I'm like, I love this too. It's like a selection of all things that I love. It's amazing. So I don't know if I'm going to put candy in here. I think it could be fun to do like, I don't know, maybe like little packets of tea or something, you know, something different. Either way, you know, I love pumpkins. I really do. And I think all my friends must know that I love pumpkins at this point. So I'll just put that guy right there. I still have a couple more things to show you. And these are ones that I bought myself. So this one is another antique store find. And this one I got a really good deal on too. So this is like, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before, because I hadn't seen one that is so cool as this. This is just an acrylic stand or acrylic cutting board. These are really popular in like the 70s. They're acrylic or sometimes acetate. And it has this sort of like pebbled surface. And so this is an otherwise clear board. It's pretty thick though. You know, it's not thin, it's not flexible. And it has these tiny little like feet on it, I guess, like little sticky. And you know, you put it on your countertop. This actually, at the store, there was a whole set of them. There was probably like 6 or 7. And so I was able to pick the one that was the best size for me. It still has the original tag on it. How cool is that? And then this was just a tag from the store. I haven't cleaned this up yet. I really want to give it a good scrub. You know, you always have to do that with anything vintage. Like, it needs a little love, but it's gonna be so cute. These are not normally my colors, right? Not really. But for Halloween, I love these colors. Especially this blood orange in here with the it's like a navy, and then we've got this kind of corn colored yellow and the green. Super 70s. Very cool. Kind of tacky. And I love that. This is the perfect amount of tacky for me. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to make like a display on my counter with this, and then like a couple of different Halloween decorations, perhaps some mugs, you know, things like that. Even when you're doing like any kind of decorating arrangement, it can look cute to have clusters of things, right? But then if you have a cluster of things on top of a little something, a little square of something, even a little doily, it's just elevated. It looks a million times better. So I'm going to give this a good wash. I'm going to make a little arrangement with it. It's going to be so, so cute. Yeah, I think I paid like 12 or 14 for this. So I was really, really happy with that amazing deal. I'm all about the scores. And the antique store I got this from was actually in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. They have like near the Jersey Shore, or just the shore, I guess locals would just call it the shore. I'm not a local, obviously. Near the shore, there are like 4 or 5 different antique stores. And every one that I went in, people were so nice there. Like, really, really nice. They obviously were excited by people who are interested in antique items, and like I was asking questions about things and like measuring things, and they were just fantastic. I love meeting people at thrift stores because a lot of people there have appreciation for cool, unique items, and sometimes you'll even get lucky and someone can be like, let me show you something. We have this cool thing I think you might like. This one particular one, I can't remember the name of it right now, but if I do remember it, I'll put it in the description. But I actually had to like hold back on buying stuff because they had so much like vintage holiday. They had a bunch of bottle brush trees for Christmas. They had some blow molds from different holidays. I'm finding that blow molds are very expensive these days, so I don't have one. They're very sought after, especially ones that still work, but maybe one day I'll find one at a good deal, hoping that the right one will cross my path. But anyway, I just had the best time going in those antique stores. I think that was probably one of the highlights of the trip for me, even though we went to a lot of cool shopping places, like in really interesting malls that we don't have in Canada. I didn't buy anything at those places. And then we were at, the antique stores, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't bring this much stuff back with me. Like, this is out of control. So, I have to taper myself. I have one more thing to show you. This one I actually got at what is the American version? Home Goods. Home Goods. This is from Home Goods. I always think of Home Sense because in Canada it's Home Sense. So I got these little mugs. I was so excited to find these because I actually follow the artist who designed these on Instagram. So when I saw them in the store, I was like, that's her. I will take them out of the box so we can have a proper look. So the artist's name is either Joanna or Joanna Parker. Joanna Parker. And her work is great because it's kind of weird in a good way. Like, weird complimentary. I like Halloween stuff that's like just a little, just kind of has that like over the garden wall level of creepiness without being scary. I don't want scary stuff, but like it's just kind of weird. It's a little macabre, you know, a little bit. And so this is a mug. There's 2 mugs in the set. It's a really big mug. Like, look how big this is. It is kind of hard to imagine drinking, a cup of coffee out of this because that's so much, but wouldn't it be just so nice for like soup or something? Or even like you could be decorative and put a little something in the top. I don't know. But this first one is just like a little pumpkin guy. The handle is kind of like the little stem of the pumpkin, kind of to the side. And he has this like cute but like kind of creepy face, but not too creepy. Just like sometimes vintage decorations can be a little bit like, you know. And I really feel that Joanna's designs really pick up that little quality. I think that the ghost is more cutesy, you know. These guys need a little bit of a wash too. They've got a little bit of like the powder from packing stuff. I've obviously left these in the box because I wanted to show them to you before I use them so that they're still perfect condition. But yeah, this second one's the ghost. This one is just cute, right? It's not even into that like macabre, but it's just like, oh, he's so cute. Again, this mug is huge. It's way too much tea for me to drink in one sitting, but I love the design. I think the design, it's just fabulous. I like having just 1 or 2 of her pieces. I've seen some folks on Instagram who have like an entire display cabinet of just her work. This was the first time I'd ever seen her designs in store anyway, so it's fine for me. It's easy for me to not accumulate a lot of them, but I think just having 1 or 2 is really like interesting. They're like unique pieces. I like the little swirl from the ghost. I can just picture myself using this on a cold day. Let me know what you guys think of these. They're really weird and unusual, but you know, for me, I mean that in a good way. Like weird in a way that I love it so much. Well, that's it for my Halloween haul. I was semi-well behaved on my trip, but I hope that you liked looking at all of these goodies, these Halloween goodies. I have actually a cool thing to tell you about. We all love the Halloween magazine videos. They're fun for me to do, and I know you guys like them. This year I already posted one, but very soon you will see one more Halloween video. While I was in America, I got a different Halloween magazine I had not seen before. So I'm going to get that up real soon, don't you worry. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, now you know what's coming. Something good, a good little treat. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for kind of bearing with me through this one. Like I said, I'm dealing with some different sound things right now. my brain, you know, I want things to be as perfect as they can be for you, so leaning into the imperfection in this one a little bit for me, but I hope it's still enjoyable anyway. I love you guys so much. I want things to be like as good as I can make them for you, so yeah. Well, my darlings, I'll see you very soon. I hope